Good morning, Wealth Warriors. It is 2017. What do you intend to do differently this year? What is going to make the impact for you this year? My name is Brent Harding, and I am the founder of Wealth Warriors and the Wealth Warrior broadcast. And on behalf of myself, as well as co-hosts that you will see throughout the year, I want to welcome you to the broadcast and to 2017. Today, we're going to talk about what are we going to do differently? You know, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and hoping for different results. And you know what's interesting is that's exactly what we do on a constant. We say, hey, I'm going to do something differently. It starts in January. We make resolutions and we don't even write them out. We have them up in our head. We always tell people, I got it in my head. It never goes from head to paper, and from paper to implementation, and from implementation to execution. Some of us are vigilant, though. Some of us are vigilant, and that means that we actually write it down. And somehow we hope that when we write it down, it's going to translate into implementation and execution. Some of us actually get to the implementation stage, and that lasts till about February. And then some of us really are vigilant, and it will last until March. And then it's one and done. Why? Why does that happen? Why is it that we do not manage to let it rip roar and actually start in January and end in December? Some would say it's a misnomer. There are a lot of key factors that do make the difference, that will allow for the process to occur for us to be successful warriors. And we're going to be sharing them piece by piece. I've got some announcements for the end of the show. I have got a giveaway for our Wealth Warriors. And it's going to be interesting to see who actually takes me up on the offer. It is going to only be good for the month of January. Only for the month of January. And then it goes away. I'm going to see who really wants it. Because as I said in the beginning, and in the description for today's show, no disrespect intended, sometimes we're just not ready. Stop and think about your life right now. How many times have you heard people share things with you? Years later, you say, man, I knew that stuff. Why didn't I do it? I knew that. Why didn't I do it? Or some of us, even as adults, will say, Mom, Dad, how come you didn't say anything? And what do they say to us? Because I know my child. I knew you weren't going to do it. I know my child, if I had told you and it didn't work, you'd be mad. If I didn't tell you, you'd be mad. And I weighed out the both and I figured it would be easier not to tell you. You could be mad and you could only be mad at yourself instead of at me for a long term. So now we are going to roll back the time and we are going to do this step by step. This year, 2017, is my hashtag year. It is economic justice. Hashtag economic justice. It is our time, warriors. If in fact that's we are, and if you are not, no disrespect intended, it just isn't your time. Whose time is it? If it's your time, show of hands. If you are serious, I mean you are deadly serious, then we should see results by December 2017. And you know what the result is? It's not talk. The results is the evidence. What's the evidence that you are serious? I'll give you a couple of those evidences right now so you can write those down. The evidence that you are serious is, number one, you will be an entrepreneur. That's number one. You will be an entrepreneur if you are serious. Somebody put in the feed, hashtag, I am an entrepreneur. You can even put in hashtag, I will be an entrepreneur. No, 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 no. I want you to put in hashtag, I must be an entrepreneur. Hashtag, I am an entrepreneur. That is number one. Number two, you will show me a book of stock business. You've invested in stocks or companies, and you're going to learn it from this show. Number three, you have a power team. Number four, you own real estate. And I'm talking about real estate that you close in 2017. The other stuff you have, congratulations. For those that don't have, it's your time. Those four elements have got to be in place. You've got to own a business. You've got to invest. You have got to own some earth, because earth is leverage. I take it back. There is a number 5. Does anybody know what it is? I'm waiting. Your credit house has got to be in order. You have got to be able to access and leverage credit. Somebody should be saying, Brent, there's a number 6. You're missing something. And you're right. You've got to have your corpse, your trusts, your family endowments have to be in place. This is not an assertive year. And I got to tell you something. When I say this word, it's tough for me to say because I try to shy away from it, because I know the full depth of this word, but I'm willing to put it on the table for 2017. You have got to become aggressive about your posture, about where you want to be at, so that the evidence is delivered by December. Now, I've got another word that may make you feel better. So I'm going to put this word, and I'm going to say whichever word appeals to you, go for that word. You've got to be relentless. You've got to be relentless about making these things happen in 2017. We are starting year 3 of a 5-year plan. Year 3 of a 5-year plan. So at this juncture, I am in alignment with what Pamela Stone shared with me this morning. The first 1,000 have to come in 2017. We are getting poised for a summit in the fall. It'll be in Massachusetts, so get ready. This year, there are going to be 2 activities that are going to be life-changing for all of us. One is on April 29th, and I'll share that at the end of the show. And the other is being put together for October. One is focused on women. The other is focused on the family. And it is a summit. How serious are you about resolving? See, oftentimes people say, I wrote resolutions. I specifically said, what do you resolve? See, resolve is resolve is an action. Resolve can be a verb, can be a verb. It's not a noun. What do you resolve? What action are you going to take? Not change, because change is linear. Goes on forever. Trajectory. See, transformation is trajectory. And it's all about the action. Are you taking the action that gets it done? What did Obama say? Drop the mic. It's done. So this year is the year of evidence. What are you going to do that resolves for results? It's January. You know, we're actually a month behind. All of our stuff should have been done in December so that we would be in execution mode come January. So we are 30 days behind. We have the opportunity, for those that are serious, we have the opportunity to make it happen this month so that we can create trajectory. So we can actually catch up. It's like a slingshot. We pull it back in. It's going to throw us forward, but the slingshot comes back. True? The elastic band. Let's use an elastic band a little bit easier. Do you know an elastic band never comes back to its original position? It's not supposed to. It stretches. We bring it back. It is never the same. You take an elastic band, put it on a table, do an outline, pull it. You'll notice it comes back a little bit bigger. Pull it, it comes back bigger. That's what we're doing this month. We are stretching ourselves so that we create trajectory and we catapult ourselves into the position that we're supposed to be in. I love something that Coco Bright wrote. She talked about execution. So 2016 for her was about positioning. 2017 is about executing, evidence, and the delivery. That's what we're focused in on for this broadcast. So again, no disrespect intended. If you are not ready, pull those covers up. Going back to sleep, that's okay. When you are, the family is here to help you out. When you are, the community is here to help you out. So for the remainder of the month of January, we are going to be focused in on your taxes and your tax returns. Now, it is too late to start the business that will yield you tax deductions for 2016. I preached about that. I preached about that in November and part of December. Some actually did it. So now we've got to talk about what we are able to deduct, because January is the month of taxes. And I'm wanting to catch you in January before you start submitting your tax return so that you can pull out everything you can for 2016. Now, here is a caveat that's going to be very important for you. In order for you to get Earth in 2017, your taxes are going to be pivotal. And you've got to make a decision on how you are going to qualify yourself to purchase that Earth by the end of 2017. So what do I mean by that, Brent? If you are going to be a full documentation loan app, then your adjusted gross income is going to have to be at its height to qualify for that mortgage. So we're talking about taxes right now. We're not talking about the mortgage. However, in order to talk about the taxes, we've got to talk about what's your plan. What projects do you have that you are intending, that you are purposing to do this year? And one of those projects has got to be purchasing some Earth. No later than December. You need to be closing no later than December 1st to creatively take advantage of the tax benefit that purchasing that property is going to produce for you. And so if you're hearing me really clearly, then you realize that production begins now. Everything you are doing right now has to be purposeful. It has to be predictable. It has to be thought through and planned out. So what projects are you working on? I know what projects you're working on right now. What projects you ought to have a sheet of paper, and you ought to have actually 4 or 5 sheets of paper, because you've got to have a sheet of paper for the taxes. You've got to have a sheet of paper for the credit. You've got to have a sheet of paper for the real estate. You've got to have a piece of paper for the investment. So you need to have sheets of paper out here. Those are your projects. that you are doing for 2017. And in each of those projects, you've got to have them defined. You got to have that information laid out. I'm getting close up and personal with you about this. And I'm softly speaking because I want you to strain to hear what I'm saying so that you know how serious I am. Did you hear me? I hope you did. And I hope that we have true warriors watching the broadcast today. Because I'm going to share this one with you. This broadcast is not staying up long. And it's purposefully not staying up long because this year, 2017, I personally am working with the serious. I am working with the serious that want to take advantage of opportunities now. I've got 4 opportunities on the table. And you know what? I am not discussing them. If you are serious, you will inbox me for those 4 opportunities. I'll give you hints at the end of the broadcast. If I hear from no one, man, am I going to be disappointed. Because I'm going to sit up here thinking, I have spent how many hours out of my life preaching, and nobody wants to take advantage of what I'm talking about. You know, we have done over 70 broadcasts. Wow. Over 70 broadcasts. Please let me know that what the time we spend together is worthwhile. 4 opportunities. You got to inbox me to find out what they are. I will give you hints before the broadcast is done. Woosah. Woosah right now. It's like, Brent, wretch it down a little bit. You know, put the brakes on it. Dag, you a serious Saturday morning, the first Saturday of the month of January of the year 2017. I am just feeling in that powerful moment, feeling in that powerful state. Because see, I did that work in December with my coach. So I know what my projects are, and I am in execution mode. I had to learn it so I can pass it on. Execution mode, delivering results no later than closing deals on December 1st. I actually was closing deals in December. I was actually closing deals in December. I had the best month of 2016 in December. My goal is that you have the best month, that you have many great months. And so come December 1st, the evidence culminates and you're able to say, I had the best year and I closed out in December, the best month ever. That's what my hope and expectation is for you. See, you know what's interesting is I can inspire you, but I'm not able to motivate you. Motivation, and a lot of people say, motivate, you grown. You grown, so you can motivate you. I have the ability to inspire you. Pamela has the ability to inspire you. Danya Zimmerman has the ability to inspire you. Dr. Letitia Wright has the ability to inspire you. Dr. Nancy Zayer has the ability to inspire you. Alina Lopez Thomas has the ability to inspire you. If you reach back to November 5th, when we had the very first E3 Power Up event, those ladies were there with me to inspire us into 2017. See, inspiration is something that you can read, that you can look at, that you can pull nuggets out of. Motivation means I need to help you get out of bed. We grown. We get out of bed on our own, set the alarm clock, roll out. Is she live this morning or what? Yes, I am, because I am serious. I am relentless, bordering on aggressive for us. See, you all are the evidence that I have fulfilled a mission. You are the evidence. This year, we are drawing folks into the Wealth Warriors. Everything has been structured and set up for our success. This first month is about taxes, taxes, taxes. I am going to encourage you to go out and get the information you need. Next week, we're going to have resources for you relative to taxes. Today is about mere preparation. So here's the mere preparation. Everybody needs a written journal. You need a book. That's your book of life for 2017. We're going back. We're taking it back to old school. We're taking it back to the motherland. We're taking it back to the drum. Pen, paper, writing. The right hits our brain. You know, when we were kids, the bottom connected our brain. Our parents connected our brain to the posterior, to our posterior. Now we're going to connect the hand to the brain by writing things out. Oh, Brent, you know, I could do that on my computer. No, see, the interesting thing is the hand, when the hand is in motion, have you ever said, I can see it in my mind's eye, and you kind of roll your eyes up and you start looking down the page and you find it? That's because of the connection from the hand to the head to the paper. So we're going to take it old school and we're going to write out our projects. And we are going to enable our projects to deliver the evidence we're looking for. We're going to enable our projects to looking for the evidence. So for the month of January, the tax project needs to be your focus. We literally do not need any of you filing your taxes before February 1st. Let me say that again. We do not need any of you filing your taxes before February 1st. We're, as warriors, we do not buy into, let's hurry up and get it done. Let's get the money on the card, on that, you know, let's get that direct deposit on the card because we're going to go out and spend. No. Successful people have a purpose and a plan, and it is written out so that they can execute. Well, you know, the millenniums don't do that. Yeah, okay. Okay. They got a different strategy. We are strategizing for legacy. We're living in the moment. We have a strategy for legacy. The millenniums, many of them don't have babies right now. Do you have babies? Do you have children? Do you have grandchildren? We are creating legacies. No disrespect intended. And let me put the disclaimer on right now. I am not a tax professional. I am bringing tax professionals on the broadcast. I'm not a tax professional. So I am speaking as a mentor from experience when I say we need to know where the money is. Remember when we used to talk about a tithe? We used to say, set aside 10% for this, set aside 20% for that, set aside this for that. That's why I am saying to you, we do not need to be filing those taxes in advance. What we need to do is to be able to take advantage of all the tax possibilities before we file. Oh, yes, you know, you can go back. We can get an adjusted or an amended tax return. We can do that. But why? You know, what does a carpenter say? Measure twice, cut how many times? Measure twice, cut how many times? Measure twice, cut how many times? The answer should be in the feed. Hashtag that answer into the feed. Woosah, Brent, woosah. Okay, so at this moment, we need to pick up the phone and we need to let somebody know that there are nuggets on the broadcast today. We need to say, we need to go up to Twitter. That's right. We need to go up to Twitter and we need to do a flash mob. We need to go up to Twitter and say, Get on the Wealth Warrior broadcast now. Get on the Wealth Warrior broadcast now. Get on the Wealth Warrior broadcast now. That means we need to type it in. And then we need to do a 3, 2, 1, hit the enter button and flash mob this. Are you ready? 1. We're going to do a countdown. Actually, we should do a count up to 3. I'm going to say hit the enter button and we're going to say flash mob. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Hit the enter button. Flash mob this show today because it's about economic justice. And economic justice in 2017 begins with your tax return. It begins with your tax return. Wealthy people understand the tax code, or they hire people that understand the tax code and break it down to them like they were a 6-year-old. Ain't nothing wrong with being a 6-year-old, because from birth to 6 years old is when you take in. That brain is like a sponge. It sucks everything in. Do you know a 6-year-old has the ability, anywhere from birth to 6 years old, has the ability to learn anything. And you know what? The evidence is in the movie Hidden Figures. I took my mom and a few friends to see Hidden Figures last night. We met up with some other friends that saw Hidden Figures. And I want you to notice the age of the girl and what she was able to do at that tender age. I want you to watch for the tender age. 6 is a pivotal number. So we're going to cool our jets. We're going to go back and we're going to act like a 6-year-old and take it all in. Can we do that? Do we have the ability to do that? You're saying, what's going on, Brent? She's as silent. Because I want you to take that in. I want you to take that nugget into the brain and process that so that you get where we want to go to. This is about legacies. I want to give a shout out today to Tina Smith, who sent me a text message this morning. And she said, I've got to do this for my kids' legacy. And I love the fact that she put it into the text message. It touched the heartstring for me this morning. In fact, actually, it's probably what put me into such a serious mode this morning, because it's for her kids. It's for your kids. See, we never know people's circumstances and why that's important to her. But she shared it with me, and I want to share with you that hashtag and give a shout out to her, because it just struck a nerve. It validated getting up and being ready and broadcasting at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, because she got it. We are warriors. And I'll tell you what, before this broadcast, I had a conversation with her and her mom. And she, woo, she said, Brent, I know I'm aggressive because I've got to leave something for my kids. And I give it to you. And see, here's something very powerful I want you to connect with. A lot of people say, well, I want to make enough money. I want to pay my bills. Warriors don't pay bills. Warriors create lifestyles. Those lifestyles generate the residual income that pays the bills. Go on, girl. Did I just hear myself say that? Did you just hear what I said? I said that warriors do not pay bills. Warriors don't pay bills. Warriors create lifestyles. Lifestyles pay the bills. Lifestyles allow me to take 10 days off in December. 10 days off in December to do something I wanted to do. What do you want to do? Because warriors create lifestyles. Are you awake, ladies and gentlemen? Are you awake? Are you hearing me? Because I'm going to tell you from now on, all you are going to hear is the word lifestyle. You've got to talk about, I need to make money so I can pay my bills. Well, heck, then you might as well get in the cage with the hamster and run the treadmill. You know, what is the number one? Please, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what is the number one New Year's resolution? It's created a $57 billion a year industry. Tell me what it is. Please, somebody put it in the hashtag. Do you know what the number one New Year's resolution is? To lose weight. Really? With everything that we've got going on. You didn't even say it was to improve your health. No, don't give me vicariously my health will be preserved. There are many a skinny person sitting in a box 6 feet under. They ain't sitting there laying in a box 6 feet under. They're going to lose weight anyway. They're going to be skin and bones. Then they're going to be bones. Then they're going to be dust. Really? That's the number one New Year's resolution that leads to a $57 billion a year industry. And you know what? Those of us that did that, that said that that was our resolution, you know it wasn't mine. But those of us that said it, you just made somebody some money. Cha-ching. Their cash register went cha-ching. 57 billion times. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Because the resolution, that's why I said, what is your resolve? Because the resolution was to lose weight. The resolution wasn't even to get a 6-figure income. 6 figures is at least 100,000. It wasn't even that. And I know I'm not preaching to the choir. You know how I know I'm not preaching to the choir? I'm not preaching to the choir because Bob, who is living outside of the country, didn't send us notice. Robert Randolph did not send us notice that people have bought the ball and are saving money on washing their clothes. And Bob, I'm getting to you. I haven't forgotten because that's part of my resolve. Can you imagine a ball can cause you to become wealthy? A laundry ball. That's what I'm talking about. Seizing opportunities. And like I said, I know because I do not get the instant messages saying, Brent, get in contact with me. Brent, I want to take advantage of one of those 4 opportunities you have on the table. I should hear my name ringing off the hook, so to speak, vicariously, virtual hook, cell phone, instant message. Yeah. Brent, take a woosah. I can't take a woosah because I'm that serious right now. Every month we are focusing in. When it comes summertime, I want to hear that you're closing in 2 months. I want to hear that you've closed. The summit is going to be serious. Serious people need apply. If you aren't ready, that's okay. We'll circle back and catch you. We'll catch you in 2018, 2017, economic justice. We're going to make it happen. Wow. I did not think I was going to be this live this morning. Let's talk about one of those first projects that you're going to work on. You're actually simultaneously working on 2 projects. One project is about your taxes. As I said, I am not a tax expert. So I'm not the one to give you the professional experience. I can give you life experience. I can give you mentoring experience. I'm bringing the experts on starting next week. So for the next Saturdays, you are going to have experts that are going to talk to you about your taxes. I'm going to try to get Barrett Matthews back to talk to us about procrastination. In fact, Barrett was the on the maiden voyage of Wealth Warriors, and he spoke to us about, he has a company, E2E, and he talks about, and Barrett, if I didn't say it correctly, please forgive me. I'm working off the top of the brain. He talks about procrastination. I know I suffer from it. It's a disease that we actually can cure ourselves of. We can actually cure ourselves of that disease called procrastination. So we are going to see if we can get him to spotlight and talk to us about procrastination and how he helps us. So we're setting the stage in January for the rest of the year. What do we know about relationships? The way you start out is the way you end up. So if you start out being a doormat, you know what you're going to be? A doormat. I'm keeping it real. If you don't like what I'm saying, I'm going to tell you what my mom says. If you like your ear tickled, I'm not the one, because I ain't into ear tickling. This is real talk. This is a real school here. Can we get real? Can we keep it real? Because that's what we're doing for this month. We are in year 3. At the end of December, that will be 36 months into a 60-month plan. Are you better off? How many of us want to be retired by the end of this 60-month project? This is a movement. This year, you are going to see movement. Like I said, I like what Coco Bright said. Past 24 months is about positioning. Now, it's about execution. This is a short show today, because at the end of the broadcast, I want you to take a few minutes to reflect on what we've talked about this morning. See, because I've thrown a lot in here. And when you sit down with that cup of coffee, you're going to realize it's a lot of content today. A lot of content. And sometimes we just need to sit back and think about what was said. Sit back and just think about what just happened here today. Between now and the end of the month, we've got to have these projects laid out. We have got to have the work done. We've got to know how we're going to execute these projects. I've given you 6 of them. You have got to be able to execute those projects. And you will not be able to execute those projects clearly unless you take a few moments to catch your breath. Are we good? Awesome. Okay, so let me share with you. Now I can come into a different mode. It's like, was she a doctor? Who was that woman? She left the room? Yeah, she left the room. Let me share with you some announcements. First announcement, April 29th, 2017, E3 Power Up 2017. The theme is economic justice for women. Hashtag economic justice for women. That's the theme for 2017. The website, BrentSHarding.com, will be up in 2 weeks. You will be able to obtain your tickets. You will be able to see more details about E3 Power Up 2017. We want you to be there, ladies. This is a ladies' event. Bring your daughters. Get them in the mode. Bring your grandchildren. Get them in the mode right now for economic justice. E3 Power Up 2017. Tickets will be available in 2 weeks. You will be able to go right up to the site and purchase your tickets. We will have 150 women. That's what the facility supports, is 150 women. We'll give you all of the details. Right now, we're saying mark your calendar. Mark your calendar. It will be here in the state of Massachusetts. Yeah, we're going to put Massachusetts on the map. It's going to stand for something. So again, mark your calendar. E3 Power Up 2017, Economic Justice for Women, is in the house. And I am excited. I will be putting the feed into the Wealth Warrior broadcast. Also, it'll be up on Wealth Warrior Strategies. It will be up on Wealth Lifestyle. It will be up on the Red Dress Movement, Brent's Red Dress Movement. It will be everywhere that Brent is. You will be able to see this. And I am so excited about not the possibilities, the probabilities. That's what I'm excited about. So that is something. Mark your calendar. Get ready. It's coming. Second, I have 3 opportunities for serious people that want to be in business. If you want to be in business, if you want to be an entrepreneur, this is not a small business opportunity. This is an entrepreneurial opportunity. If you have great sales skills and sales is what you like, then I need to talk to you about this opportunity. If you have great marketing skills, sales is different from marketing, and those that are the sales and marketing professionals know the difference. If you have phenomenal marketing skills, because this is only for serious people, this opportunity is open until the 15th of this month in the manner in which I want to present it to you. And I've only got 3 of them. So if you are serious, then I should see some messages to me. Inbox me, say, Brent, I want to hear more. And I will give you a number to call, reference that. But I want to talk to those that are serious. 3. So I've shared 4 things with you today. April 29th, this is a woman's summit. E3 Power Up 2017, this is about economic justice for women. And then 3 business opportunities for entrepreneurs. If you are saying, what's the difference between small business and entrepreneurship, small business and being an entrepreneur, then I am going to request that you look that up. That's a homework assignment. What is the difference? Because they are not the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. They're not. Did we cover some distance this morning? Did we cover some groundwork this morning? Did you get some nuggets from this morning's broadcast? I hope you did, because I really prepared for this one. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to come to you on Saturday mornings. You know, when we help somebody else, when we provide some information for somebody else, it installs it in us once again. And it keeps installing over and over and over. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now, I am selfish. I am doing this not just for you. I'm doing it for me. See, I'm willing to say I'm being selfish. You are getting the benefit of me, getting the benefit of you watching this broadcast. So we are using each other. And there ain't no shame in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brent Harding. I am the founder of the Wealth Warrior broadcast. It has been my privilege, pleasure, and honor to be on the broadcast today. I will see you again next week. Pamela Stone will be back with us next week. And if all goes well, we're going to have another co-host on here with us. Are going to make 2017 the year of economic justice. Why? Because we are warriors. Go out and be amazing. We'll see you next week. Bye now.